welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing CF Monterrey 1, Portland Timbers 0, in Leagues Cup 2023, round of 32. CF Monterrey 1, Portland Timbers 0. CF Monterrey ganar a la octavos de final de la Leagues Cup 2023. Monterrey win tonight. They score 1-0. One mistake by Portland put Portland behind the 8 ball. Portland played very well tonight. They should have at least got to a shootout. I think it's a little bit harsh that they didn't. But goals were scored. The goal was scored as follows. In the 45th plus 1 minute, Portland almost got to halftime with the lead. They did not, though. Ball played in from Luis Romo to Maximiliano Mesa. Mesa takes the shot. He gets in behind, puts it past Aljaž Ivačić to make it 1-0. A beautiful shot, too. 1-0, 1-0. That's the way we go into half. 1-0, 1-0, medio tiempo. Full time, 1-0, 1-0. Portland lose by the skin of their teeth. They should have at least got to a shootout, I swear. Full-time stats, 13 shots to 17, 5 shots to 4, 52% possession to 48% possession, 596 passes to 354, or 396 passes to 354, my bad. 80% pass accuracy to 76, 9 fouls to 12, 5 offside to 0, 4 yellow cards to 3, 0 red cards to 0, 4 corners to 8. I thought Portland would win this match. And the way this match went, I didn't feel too bad about that prediction. Of course, the prediction is wrong, but I didn't feel too bad about that prediction because Portland stood tall and stood firm against Monterrey, against Rayados. They stood tall, they stood firm. They didn't look half bad. Sadly enough, they made one mistake, a 30-second loss of concentration, screwed them. It did. And I think they should have got a handball late in the second half in stoppage time. That was a handball. It should have been called for a penalty. It should have been, well, I don't know if Andrada would have saved it, but I do think it should have been 1-1. I think Portland should have at least got to a penalty shootout. I think they got a bit unlucky. I think they were very unlucky to lose this match 1-0. They should have made it to a shootout. They probably should have won. I thought Portland were the slightly better team. Overall, in the play of the game, in the way the game was being played, I thought Portland were the better team. I thought Portland were the stronger, better side. And I thought that Portland should have won. They should have got a penalty. They should have scored a goal or two. They had a lot of chances that they missed. And maybe in the end, they should be mad that they missed their chances instead of not getting the penalty and not winning. Maybe that's the case. Monterrey, they did just enough. They defended very well. They had one good offensive chance. I really don't think anything more. I think Rayados did just enough. But just like in CONCACAF Champions League / Champions Cup, Rayados knows how to win intercontinental games. They just do. And that's what they do. They find ways to win. They find ways to figure things out. And as it stands, we very likely could be getting a Clásico Regio. It is 1-1 in the 90th minute against Tigres in Vancouver, but I think Tigres have better penalty takers. We'll find out. By the time this is done, I'll have all the results down, and we'll figure out how that turns. But again, I think Monterrey played well. I like what they did today, but I think they were the more conditional of the two teams. I think Portland were the aggressors. Portland had a lot of chances. They played like it was a home game, even though it technically wasn't, with the fan base. And then the actual home team is Monterrey because of the finishing in the group. I think personally that Portland were the aggressors tonight. That is no question. Monterrey got that goal at halftime, and they were fine. Because the first half, Portland aggressed. Portland pushed the ball forward. They had a lot of good chances. Second half, same thing. They were unlucky not to score, Portland. They were unlucky not to score. Portland fans should be proud with the performance, and the players should be proud with the performance they put out. They should not be mad They should not be sad. They should be happy with their performance because their performance was a good performance. It was a tough performance. They were the aggressors. They should have got a goal, if not two, and they didn't. And that's sometimes what happens. Sometimes one moment puts you down behind the 8 ball. That's football. That's life. That's what happens sometimes. But in my book, the way I see it, I think Portland should have at least went to a shootout. I think they were hard done by. A 1-0 to Monterrey is them being hard done by. I think if they lost in the shootout, it would probably hurt more, but it would be a lot fairer. It would be a lot more, you know what? That's football. I think Portland, Vancouver's playing the other Monterrey club. I think Portland's deserved better today. I think there was a penalty laid on. I think that was a penalty. That was a handball, and that should have been given. The fact that it wasn't, I could see why Portland lost their minds at the end of that game and had that fracas, because that was a penalty. They sort of got screwed. Of course they got pissed. Would they have won the shootout? I have no idea. Would Andrade have even saved the actual penalty? He could have. He could have. It's not like he's horrible at penalties. Could have. I think Portland's a little bit hard done by. But in the end, I think Monterrey did just enough. I think Monterrey were not the better team, but they had their moment. They did what they had to do, and that is the point. They did what they had to do. To win this tie, they had to do what they had to do. They got a goal, and they let Portland tucker themselves out. They let Portland aggress. They didn't go for a second. They didn't get a second. I think it would have been a lot more comfortable if they did, but they were fine with a 1-0. They were fine. They believed that they could shut them down, and they did. Man of the match for me, personally, is Maximiliano Mesa. I mean, scoring a goal, winning the game, to me, that's man of the match. So, not many pickings, to be honest. I think Maximiliano Mesa is man of the match. With that being said, Portland fans, again, you got to be proud. They stood toe-to-toe with two of the best teams in Liga MX, the current champions, and they should have won if they didn't get screwed over, and Evander didn't get softly sent off. And if y'all kept your wits about you for 30 more seconds, you would have went to a shootout. Maybe you could have won outright. I don't know. But again, you should be proud of yourself. You stood toe-to-toe with two great Mexican teams. I don't feel too bad for predicting Portland to win. They didn't, but they got close. They should have at least been in a shootout. It is what it is. With that being said, if you liked this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you tomorrow for the round of 16 recap, or round of 32 recap, round of 16 prediction for the Leagues Cup. I don't know how early that'll come out, but it'll be already recorded, and all I have to do is put it up whenever I feel like. It won't be a premiere. I don't have time for that because of SummerSlam. So, it'll be up when it's up. But I'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations to Monterrey. Commiserations to Portland. That being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.